Bro, he's back.
He's back?
He's finally back.
No way. Dude.
Oh, thank God.
I went through the other night and I logged every single photo that I have of him from last year
here.
and so far
That
this
camera's
year.
right there.
That's insane.
That's where he was. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
That is so frustrating.
This buck, man. I went out and hunted last night it was lightly raining, so not heavy rain, but saw 2 does and a small buck chasing those does, but not CV. Anyways, get a picture this morning. Him at the swamp spot by the highway that I hunted my first time out this year. It's gonna get warm the next few days, so I don't know how much I'll hunt this weekend, but then next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Halloween weekend is looking really good. Cold front coming in. So, freaking dog scratched me on my head pretty good there, huh? I think I mentioned this in my interview yesterday, but almost to the day, I have him getting really active on this farm. So the first few days, like the 20th through the 23rd last year, the 23rd is actually when I drew on him last year. He was starting to really lay down sign and getting daylight active. So, yeah, it's kind of like, is he gonna go back to the scrape tonight, or is he going to work his way south and, hit a few others? I guess this is the game, trying to predict where he'll go. But man, we'll sleep over this stuff.
I saw 4 does along with that buck, but no CB. And when I got back to the truck, I received a cell cam picture of him heading south at last light. Today is October 23rd. It is exactly 1 year ago today that I came to full draw on CB, which is pretty crazy to think about. Lot cooler temps last year. Right now it's about 72. And I likely wouldn't be hunting right now, but CB has hit the same scrape the last 2 nights in a row. 3 out of the last 4 nights. He's hit this scrape with about 5 minutes left of shooting light. I don't have a good way to hunt that spot on a south wind, which is what it is today. So my plan is to actually sit in the corn. There's a low spot in the corn where it's a lot of water drains there, so the corn is only about knee high, I think, if I remember right. And so I'm gonna kind of just blend myself in there, stand up, and hopefully my wind is just missing him as he comes into that scrape. If I hunt the timber on the other side of the scrape, my fear is that he would smell me before he gets to it. He's gonna have the GoPro on the head tonight is the plan, praying that he does the same thing he did last night. I'm all set up. I'm about 15 yards from this scrape. And I'm standing in the corn. I bumped a lone deer coming in, but I was downwind of it. I think it just kind of heard me, and it ran to the west. But I never saw any antlers or anything, so it's tight in here. And I bent some of the corn just to give me a shooting lane, which won't damage the corn at all, but gives me some lanes. So I hope he comes through. Alright guys, today is October 25th. I'm actually heading to the other property that I have permission on. It's a 20-acre piece. And last year, this was my #1 property. Like, I had 2 really nice mature bucks that were showing up on camera pretty often until about gun season, and then never again. So I think they were taken in gun season. But this year, it has just been like radio silent. No, I don't think I've gotten a single mature buck picture from that property. So I'm gonna head there quick, just do a little bit of quick scouting and see if I see any scrapes, maybe reposition some cameras, and yeah, see what's going on there. In other news, I hunted last night at the same scrape near the pond and the corn. I got a picture of CB on because he followed this pattern of when he shows up by the highway swamp in the morning, I get him coming down to the south in the evening to the scrape. He's done it twice now. And so I sat there last night and I felt really good again. Didn't see anything, but sure enough, 2 hours after shooting light, CB shows up right by that scrape. Followed the same exact pattern. I got him going to the west on another camera a few hundred yards away from that one. So I woke up this morning and then had another picture of him back at that scrape about 7 minutes before shooting light. It's driving me nuts. Like, I have a general pattern of what he's doing when he's in certain areas, but it's just getting him in daylight right now. I mean, he is there the last 2 minutes of shooting light or an hour after, and he's there like an hour before or 7 minutes before, but I have yet to get like a really clear daylight picture of him. So I'm sitting here, just got back from the other property and moving some cameras. Sure enough, first daylight picture of CB. 6:36 p.m. at the spot that I sat the last 2 nights in the corn. This buck, man. I'm glad that he's finally daylighted. It's the first daylight photo I have of him. But I am obviously regretting not being there right now. So my plan was to wait till the cold weather comes through tomorrow night. It's supposed to be a really good night just with the temps and everything, dropping about 20 degrees. So I was gonna go to that spot tomorrow night, let it rest tonight, because I've been there the last 2 nights, and sure enough, he's there right now.
So if you would have gone out tonight, would you even have been in that spot?
Yes. Yeah. I was gonna go there again, because I was like, 3rd time's a charm. One more time. It's like, I just gotta, as much as I don't want to pressure the spot, I was like, you just gotta freaking be there.
Yeah.
Like, he's patterning, doing the same thing the last few nights. I mean, last week. And now,
Maybe you won't do that same thing tomorrow night. And you
well,
will be there.
that's the hope.
Pizza make it better?
Yeah. And a bourbon. I hunted that following evening, but did not see CB during daylight. When I got down from the stand, I peed in a scrape nearby and got a cell cam picture of him 80 yards across the field 10 minutes after shooting light.
October 29th today. Really cold this morning, 33 degrees. And I'm sitting on an oak ridge. Downwind of a scrape that CB's been hitting somewhat consistently. Although never really in daylight. It's been kind of slow the last few days, and I kind of worry that I might be overhunting this. Last year I felt like I didn't hunt enough based on my pictures. I wanted to be really careful, and now this year I kind of feel like I'm pushing it too hard a little bit. So I might let this place rest for coyote. I saw them earlier, but they were running the other way. I couldn't get them on camera. I saw a couple turkeys come down from roost today too. Nice down. So no deer yet. I did hear a deer blowing on the other side of the swamp about 20 minutes ago. And I could have swore there was a deer walking by me when I walked in this morning. Fingers crossed that CB comes and hits the scrape. Battery's about to die, but I just had CB at 25 yards and blew it. This tree had a ton of leaves fall off of it, and I don't have nearly as much cover as I thought I did. And he was coming into this scrape. I saw him, like, basically right when he got to the scrape. So I'm too close to it. And went to grab my bow. And I think he kind of spotted movement, but I had the tree between me and him. And I didn't move for like 2 minutes. And he kind of just knew something was up and slowly worked off the other way. Like 10 minutes later, a little spike came in. And he got to about 30 yards, but then he also kind of knew something was up and went back the way he came from. So I think I need to adjust my tree after the hunt this morning, probably to this one behind me, which has a lot more cover than I currently have. Because I feel pretty exposed right now. I didn't get any of it on film. soon as he was right here, I couldn't even turn on the camera. I may have turned on my GoPro, but I don't think he went far though. Like, where are you in bed? And right now it's 8:30, 8:45, 9:15. But I saw him around 8:45. So I don't think he's going far, but I don't know. I didn't really see him work off. I just could see him turn and work the opposite way.